The protagonist wakes up on a bus. He remembers enduring divine retribution. Chen Fan is the immortal sovereign of Bixuan and remembers embarking on a cultivation journey after transmigrating from Earth when he was 30. He cultivated fast, and he fell into divine retribution. Now, he returns to Earth as a teenager, a mortal that can easily be killed. He now plans to cultivate steadily in this life. Just then, he receives a call from his mom. She tells him that his Aunt Tang is waiting at the station. Fan cries upon hearing his mother's voice and tells her to take care. He then drops her off at Chuzhu's bus station. Meanwhile, a mother-daughter pair is waiting outside. Just then, Fan arrives, and he rides in their car. Fan's aunt asks her daughter, Jiangxu Ran, to get along with Fan. He promises to protect her. He loved her before. Ran wonders why she needs his protection when she has influential parents. They arrive at Fan's apartment and drop off his luggage. His aunt drags him to their house to have lunch. He then meets his uncle, Jiang Shanhai, a power seeker. His aunt asks Ran to help Fan look around, but after lunch, Fan goes alone and ignores Ran. He arrives at Angui Lake. He meditates to establish his foundations. He checks his secret arts and chooses the void body refining arts, which focuses on inclusiveness and absorptive captivity. He cultivates for the whole night, and he can enter the initial stage of foundation establishment. He punches the tree and is amazed by his own power. He gets hungry and walks away. He encounters a group of people. Fan notices that the girl is an immortal cultivator, but her essence is weak. He shook his head and tried to walk away, but the soldier-looking man blocked him. They ask why he shook his head after checking out Ziking. The elder introduces himself as Waifu, a military veteran, and asks if he trains in martial arts. Fan refutes this and confesses that he is a Dao cultivator. He claims he only knows a few condensation techniques, not fighting techniques. Ziking asks for a spar. Fan sighs and plucks a leaf. He applies energy to it and shoots it at Ziking, missing on purpose. Wei sees it as a divine technique and respectfully greets Fan. Ziking asks how possible that is, and Fan insists that it is just a Tai condensation technique, but White insists that it is a divine skill. White explains that masters of martial arts can also do the same with inner strength. Fan refutes him and insists that he is a Dao cultivator. Waifu wants to win over Fan and plans to marry Ziking off to him. Fan introduces him as a student and as Baixuan, his Taoist name. Just then, Wei violently coughs, and Fan recognizes it as a backlash restraining his inner strength. The granddaughter pleads for help, and Fan agrees to help after 2 days. Fan is escorted somewhere and asks to be picked up by Xiao Kuai on Yagui Lake again. He buys medicines from a pharmacy and returns to his apartment. He refines the medicines into spirit-enhancing pills. Just then, his aunt calls and asks if he can escort Churin to a party because she is worried. Fan agrees, and Ran gets informed right away. Ran complains about Fan coming. Her friends get curious about him. Just then, Fan arrives, and Zhang Yumeng scares him off. Fan assures them that he won't pursue Ran. Fan recognizes Xu Rongfei and hopes he can save her this time. Rongfei notices his gaze, and he reasons that he is a fortune teller. He tells Rongfei about her future admission to Yanjin College, and she gets surprised. Meng tells him that he can't get a girl that way. Rongfei only told her mom about Yanjin. She wants to ask more from Fan. Yang Chao, Meng's boyfriend, comes. Fan remembers him as his enemy in school. They menacingly introduce each other. Rongfei worries, but Fan smiles at her. Yang Cho claims there are no more seats for Fan, but Rongfei offers to sit beside her. Ran gets mad, and Meng offers to sit beside her instead. Fan remembers how kind Rongfei is. They arrive at the karaoke place, and Cho insists on getting the biggest room using his family's influence. Other guests complained and hit the manager. Ran suggests going somewhere else. Suddenly, Fan suggests Ran go home instead. Meng complains, and Chao suggests he go home alone. Ran insists on staying, and Meng tells Fan to go. Just then, security comes and drags the guest, who punched the manager away. Cho interferes, and he wants to talk to their boss. Ko confidently asks for the biggest room from the boss. Chao introduces himself, and Zhu Chanhao claims that Chao's father humbly calls him brother. They have realized that they messed up with the wrong person. Chao apologizes and Hao forgives him, but Hao wants the 3 girls to drink with him. Chao claims one of them is his girlfriend, and Po gets mad. Feeling cornered, Ran tries to agree, but Fan asks Hao to let them go. Fan claims it's better not to offend him, and Ho laughs. Hao exclaims that he can't walk out of the room and orders Bio to kill Fan. Bio is the best fighter and a former military prisoner. Bio attacks, and Rongfei tells Fan to watch out. Fan easily blocks Bio's punch. Bio brings out his iron knuckles and continues attacking. Fan dodges and counters. He kicks Bio and knocks him out. Hao orders the rest of his men to attack Fan. Fan sighs and swiftly knocks them out. He confronts Hao, and Hao claims that he can't win against a gun. Fan requests to let the others go first. The others go outside, and Fan now plans to kill Hao. Just then, he receives a call from Kai, who is going to pick him up. He is waiting for him, but Fan claims he encountered some troubles. Kai offers help and finds out that Fan is in Hao's karaoke place. Fan drops the call, and Hao tells him that calling for some help won't help him. Just then, Kip breaks in, and Hao is startled. Tai scolds Hao for hurting Wei's friend. Knowing that Wei is from the government, Hao bows down to Fan and apologizes. Fan tells Kilai to let this event pass by, and they leave. He drives Fan to a military sanatorium. They meet, and the Zyking asks where the medical supplies are. Fan gives Wei a paper and gets shocked after reading it. Wei bows and thanks Fan. Fan claims it's thanks for protecting the country. Zyking asks what is happening, and Fan explains the faults in their family's cultivation. The revision is contained in the paper, and Fan was aware of it without delving too deeply into their family arts. Fan also gives him spirit-enhancing pills that can heal Wei's lungs. He claims that the real ingredients are rare, and that the pills can even revive the dead. Wei asks what the ingredients are so he can order his men to find them. Fan writes them down, and Wei agrees that they are indeed rare. Fan then asks about the martial arts realm. Wei explained that it was originally a Q refining technique and was later revised and developed into different arts. There are 3 stages in martial arts: other, inner, and sublimity strengths. As for the sublimity masters, they can use Kai to defend against firearms. Wei claims there is a stage above sublimity, but no one has ever seen it. We gave Fan the key to the Yunwu Villa, an expensive house in Chuzhou. Zyking worries about the exchange, but Wei claims that the revised arts he got are priceless. He further explains that Fan is on par with Yi Nanshan, a military legend, and Zyking realizes how extraordinary Fan is. Ku drops off Fan in the lakeside community, and someone calls Fan. Ran invites Fan to dinner with Meng and Rongfei. He declines and drops the call. Ran got infatuated with Fan's heroism. 3 days later, Fan reaches the peak of the initial stage of foundation. He was out for school registration at Ivy International High School, a place of rich students and top facilities. He enters his classroom and meets his seatmate. The teacher comes and asks the transfer student, Chen Fan, to introduce himself. His seatmate claims Fan won't get girls with a simple introduction. He introduces himself, but Fan claims he knows him. Jiang Tan-Q was his best friend in his previous life, but he got into prison for stabbing someone for a girl. Fan swears to protect his friends this time. Tan-Q then introduces the beauty in their class, Chang Wen, the class monitor. He also claims that Rongfei and Ran are the campus belles. Fan laughs because he almost got Rongfei as a lover in his past life. Tan-Q warns him not to pursue Wen because she is Side Yingshi's fiancé. Yingxia is the school's treasured student. All the girls love him and Nan Chao, but Yingxia fancies Rongfei instead. The class ends and Changwen suddenly orders the two to carry the drinks to Yingxia's basketball game. During the game, Tankyu exclaims that Yang Chao uses his basketball team to beat someone who offends him. The game had a break, and Changwen ordered the two to bring the players drinks. Fan throws one to Chao and greets him. Changwen tells Chao that Fan is their new classmate. Later, Changwen orders Fan to help again with a game at night, but he declines. She tries to be superior, but Fan ignores her. An angry Jik Xingyu, a substitute player, gets mad. Tankyu tries to defend Fan, but Fan declines their orders. Just then, the teacher announces that there is a mandatory Taekwondo class, and Fan decides to go home instead. Xingyu challenges him to a match. Fan plans to ignore him, but Xingyu offers a monetary reward. Everyone attends the class, and sparring between Xingyu and Ningxia starts. Afterward, the coach tells them to practice with each other. Xingyu challenges Fan, but Fan claims he can't do Taekwondo. He threatens Fan and shows off his moves, but Fan mocks him. Everyone gets mad, and Xingyu attacks Fan. Fan dodges all of his attacks and finds the chance to raise his leg. He drops a kick on Xingyu, and Fan wins. Yingxia complains about Fan being rough on a classmate, and he challenges Fan. Changwen worries, but Yingxia thinks he can win. Everyone cheers, and the coach thinks that his favorite student will win. Fan mocks Yingxia to attack first. Fan smacks away Yingxia's quick barrage of kicks. Fan mocks him and throws a punch at Yingxia. Yingxia notices something, and he gets thrown to the floor. Fan claims that Yingxia will be fine and asks for more challengers. He mocks their flashy and impractical moves. He then invites Tai and Tu for afternoon tea. Days later, Fan becomes famous, and some students cheer Yingxia up. Just then, Cho approaches Yingxia and finds out that Fan beats Ningxia in a fight. Changwen exclaims that Fan is just a loser compared to Yingxia. A menacing Ningxia agrees that he beats Fan in other things. Chen knows that Fan stood up against Zhao Chanhao. He wants to warn Ningxia not to upset Fan. Tankyu informs Fan that there is a welcome party and Rongfei will perform. Xingyu tells them that Rongfei is impossible to pursue. They went to the welcome party, and Changwen introduced Rongfei to the stage. Yingxia plays the piano while Rongfei performs a solo dance. Everyone applauds at their performance, and they match the two together. They go down the stage as Fan plans to go home. Just then, Rongfei calls out to Fan, and she runs to his arms. Rongfei gets shy, realizes what she did, and runs away. Everyone saw the scene, and Ningxia got mad. The next day, Fan gets the attention of others, and a betrayed Tankyu hugs him and tells him that Ningxia got embarrassed last night. The school president becomes aware of rumors that Rongfei is dating Fan. He plans to inform Chu Mingwei, a commander's son and the #1 admirer of Rongfei. Half a month later, Fan cultivates, and with the help of the spirit-enhancing pills, he reaches the middle stage. Afterward, he gets a call from Tanhao, who invites him for lunch. Tanhao requests Fan's assistance in dealing with a rival who has returned from abroad. He claims that his opponent is knowledgeable about martial arts and has a mysterious power. Fan discovers that it is a fighter with inner strength. Tanhao offers Fan a reward of $1 million to beat that person. More help arrives and Gu Wei, the best martial artist in Chuzhou, criticizes Tanhao for hiring a kid. Tanhao assures him that Fan is capable. Gu Wei explains that inner strength fighters can easily kill you before you can shoot a gun. Gu Wei shows a simple demonstration, and Tanhao and Bio get shocked. Fan laughs and finds it boring, and realizes that Gu Wei is trying to get familiar with the Wei family. Later that night, Fan tells them that he will protect them, but Gu Wei calls him arrogant. Minutes later, someone attacks the men outside, and Tanhao really underestimates his rival. Lin Bao then appears. Will Chen Fan be able to defeat an inner strength fighter on Earth? Comment down below if you'd like to see a second part of this manhwa recap. Until next time.